Republicans generally were so proud of their attack against President Obama on birth control. Trying to take away our religious liberty. Catholic hospitals, schools, and centers should be allowed to not pay for contraception for women. Huh, really? Okay, well, Quinnipiac asked Americans, who do you think has the better idea here? President Obama's plan won 54 to 38. So that's a very solid win, 54 to 38. Okay, among women, 56 to 34. So even a larger margin. For those of you at home without a calculator, that's a 22-point win, okay? So you want to drive away women voters? Have at it, Hoss. Go for it. In fact, Mitt Romney, who's not even the worst of them, same Quinnipiac poll, has lost 15 points in his unfavorability rating, meaning that it has gone up 15 points. They view him much more unfavorable now, women do, because of this issue. Now go for it. Have at it, Hoss. You drive away all the women voters. See how that turns out for you. Do you think that this candidate understands the needs of women? When they asked about it to President Obama, 64%. Mitt Romney, 34%. Yeah, Obama's about doubling it. Nicely done. No, wait, keep talking about birth control. No, keep talking about contraception. See how it turns out for you. What did I tell you? I told you this was a huge winning issue for us. Gets better. When they asked about should health insurance plans cover birth control, yeah, that number is only 71 to 24. There's a colloquial saying for that. That's called an ass kicking. 71 to 24. Okay, no, you be anti-contraception. Let's see how it works out. All right, how about favorable opinion of Planned Parenthood overall? 55 to 22. So if you listen to conservatives and you watch television, oftentimes you get the sense like, oh, the country must hate Planned Parenthood. Oh, Planned Parenthood, oh, let's take away their funding. Oh, yeah, we hate them, boo, right? 55 to 22, crushing in favor of it. Should we take away their funding? That's what the Republicans are trying to do now. Take away the federal funding of Planned Parenthood. 60% opposed. 60%. Okay, if they find out that Planned Parenthood cannot use federal money for abortion, which is the reality. That's a fact. They cannot use it for abortion. Then how many people think that Planned Parenthood should keep their federal funding? 80%. 80%. No, go ahead. You go on the other side. Yeah, you fight against Planned Parenthood. Go for it. Have at it, Hoss. Come, get out there, fight them. See what happens to you. Well, in fact, we know what happens to you. What happened to Virginia Governor Bob McDonnell? Remember in Virginia, they had that Lowson bill where they were going to do transvaginal ultrasounds, mandatory, if you were going to get an abortion. So if they could, they would do one that's external, an ultrasound, because they want to show you whatever's in there, embryo, fetus, et cetera, and going, yeah, see this, you ha, you got to watch it, right? It's so mean-spirited. But they say, okay, well, if we can't do an external one, in the Virginia bill, they said, sorry, we're going to have to do that one that's transvaginal. So that's a penetration of a woman without her consent. So obviously a lot of people went nuts over this. And there was 1,200 women in Virginia doing a silent protest. The media has been covering it. By the way, Jon Stewart made fun of him. Whenever Jon Stewart makes fun, I'm telling you, he's the most influential pundit, even though he's not a pundit, in the country. Let's call him a commentator. When Jon Stewart starts making fun of the Republicans, that's when they run for the hills. So he made fun of them, and he's right, of course. And guess what happened? All of a sudden, Mr. Pro-Life, oh, I'm right-wing Christian, Bob McDonnell, governor of Virginia. Wait, hey, Bob, where you going? Bob, where you going? Oh, there he goes up that hill, running for the hills. I mean, full sprint. Like he's sucking wind by then. He's like, oh, I got to get away from this issue. I got to get out of here. He told the House Republicans, don't do it. Don't do it, dog. We're getting killed out here. He withdrew his support formally, wrote up a letter. Here's what the letter says. Mandating an invasive procedure in order to give informed consent is not a proper role for the state. Oh, really? All of a sudden it's not. That's fascinating. No person should be directed to undergo an invasive procedure by the state without their consent as a precondition to another medical procedure. That's funny, because you had the exact opposite opinion a day ago. Now, all of a sudden, like, oh, did we say that we weren't going to get their consent? We didn't mean that, of course. No, of course, don't be silly. Well, he continues in his letter. Should a doctor determine that another form of ultrasound may be necessary to provide the necessary images and information, that will be an issue for the doctor and the patient. The government will have no role in that medical decision. Well, you look at that, all of a sudden, Republicans care about doctor-patient privilege, and hey, you know what? Let the doctor decide what he's going to do with the woman, and let her decide what she's going to do with her body. What happened? I thought you were against all that. Before, you were getting in there between her and the doctor. In fact, you're still requiring the ultrasound if it's external. You had no problem doing that whatsoever. Now, it looks like, oh, damn, it's an unpopular position. The American people don't agree with you. And they're going to throw you out of office if you keep going this way. All of a sudden, no, we didn't mean it. We didn't mean it. Like, they're already over the hill and they're yelling back, we didn't mean it. We're so sorry about that. Okay, you win. This is what happens when we fight. We cannot have progressives in this country cowering from these losers.